The first game, it was Montverde and Sunrise.
Sunrise.
So, what were your thoughts on that game?
It was a good game on both ends. Derrick Queen. Hey, okay, we give Derrick. Hey, man, we got to talk about this because we talk a lot about it. A lot of people like we give a lot of criticism on a lot of these dudes, but when they playing up the part, we do commend them at the same time. So we got to give Derrick Queen props this week because he was averaging 29 and probably about damn near 8 to 10. And
Mm,
our thing with Derrick Queen is that we used to say he just wasn't athletic, or what we saw at the time, he wasn't athletic enough. He didn't move well. Like he was just kind of like a weird prospect.
mhm.
And yesterday, well, over the weekend, watching watching him play, it's like he's starting to get a feel. You starting to see him like do more, and it's impressive when you don't see nothing from him, and then when you see him have days where he's averaging 29 for 2 games, it's like, damn, could this be the norm? Did he figure it out? So sometimes when we criticize people, it's just because we don't see the hype that they be talking about. And it was a good game. Like Sunrise ain't no punks. And he did that. Like they got some guys over there. So
Yeah.
the guys he did that against is like that's not like when he did that against Bishop Wall. He did that
Yeah.
against Sunrise too. So that's like, man, that wasn't no fluke. That's
Yeah.
just Derrick Queen showed up in the tournament. So that's what I want to touch on. But all in all, that was a good game. I liked it. That was a good game.
Bro, Derrick Queen ate John Bow lunch, bro. I'm not go cap. Cause like, bro, I like John Bow.
I
Like
like Jumbo Ball too.
he a real protector, and I feel like he fit perfect on Sunrise. I like Sunrise. I've been liking them since
Yeah,
last year. I like
yeah,
I
for
like how
sure.
they construct their roster. But Derrick Queen, bro, that nigga was looking like I don't even know who he was
Man.
looking like. He was looking like Shaq, Al Jefferson,
Oh
or
God.
something. I was like, bro, I think he was 13 for 20 or 14 for 20. Let me make sure.
Yeah,
Because
look
it
at
was
that. Cause
something.
he wasn't, bro. He wasn't missing. He had that paint on lock, bro. He really had that paint on lock. And I was like, man, Derrick Queen is really going out for real.
He
Two
had
games.
he had 34 points, 11 rebounds, two assists, two steals, a block.
Wow.
He went 14 for 20. Woof. But
Wow.
let me go through the rest of what everybody else was doing. Chris Johnson, 6 for 19, 14 points. Liam McNeely, 2 for 6, 8 points.
Woo.
Curtis Givens, 5 points. And then Cooper Flag had 4 points. And then I think Marvell Allen had 1 point. Nobody else scored. So he literally was carrying them. Like, and then you could tell though, you watch the game from start to finish, you were Derrick Queen, Derrick Queen, Derrick Queen. I feel like
Yeah.
his footwork is amazing. He a good passer. He got a soft
Mhm.
touch, and it's just like you said, a feel for the game. And
Yeah.
I think, and then Sunrise. Let's be real, Sunrise sold down the stretch.
They did. They
Sold down
did.
at that game one. I think
Yeah, yeah.
Buzelis threw the ball away, and then Scotty Middleton fouled for no reason.
Stupid.
So it's like when nobody doing nothing on my bird but Derrick Queen. And then you could say everybody, all three of Sunrise big three stepped up. Layden Blocker,
Yep.
Scotty Middleton, and Buzelis. Because Scotty Middleton came out with the flamethrower. I'm really kind of
Facts.
glad he didn't do nothing else. I don't think he scored outside of that first quarter, but he had 13 first quarter points.
Yeah.
So I would like to see more consistency throughout the game from him. When he
Hmm.
started well, Buzelis came along in the second half. Layden Blocker made several plays within the meantime. I feel like that was a game Sunrise. That was a game Sunrise should have won just
Yeah.
because everybody played good and nobody played that good for Montverde outside of Derrick Queen. Because you look at Sunrise, Buzelis was 50% from the field, 2 for 5 from three.
Hmm.
He had 23 and 12, 2 blocks, 2 steals.
Yep.
Scotty Middleton, he was 6 for 10, 13 points, 5 rebounds. Miro Little, he had 12 points. And it just was a little bit more balanced on Sunrise part. But the fact that they didn't get this win, and this NIBC, bro.
Yep.
It's kind of like that shit. Damn near like football. Any given game, just because it's like it's just up in the air. I feel like Sunrise wish they could have that back. But props to Derrick Queen. He absolutely took over that game, bro.
Big props to Derrick Queen because we give because one thing about us, we not biased. So we be on a lot of these we watch a lot of these dudes live, and when we watched Derrick Queen, we wasn't too impressed with where he was, but he's showing that he's getting better. He's showing that he's growing, that he's getting feel right, touch, everything. He kind of showing like, all right, they may say I'm not athletic, they may say I ain't the fastest, but I'm gonna be real good at this right here. And if you can find your niche early and just be able to do that real good, and you got a future.
Real
We ain't no
talk.
telling how that feel to be perfect for college. Ain't no telling how he gonna turn out. If he keep doing it like that, he's for sure gonna eat.
I feel like the only thing he's missing is he just needs to get his body right.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
it.
you know what I mean?
That's
Gus
it.
Yalden for Lalo Murray. I just want them to
Mm-hmm.
get their bodies right because
I like Gus.
the skill and the touch, they got passing ability. Like they can score in the post. They got a little midi game. They
Yeah,
good passers. It's like it's just their bodies that aren't there yet. So I feel like Derrick Queen probably him and Gus Yalden have been the best skilled, the most skilled bigs so far in the NIBC in terms of just polish, like
yeah.
actual polished bigs. They can do stuff like
I agree with that.
so. But anything else about this game? Like anybody you disappointed with? Anything you was like, oh man,
Marvell Allen. Marvell Allen. I look, okay, with Montverde guards, we talked about this before. Montverde guards have been not performing. They
yeah,
haven't been performing. Like it's been at this point where it's kind of consistent. Like
yeah,
it's real consistent at this point. Like Marvin Allen was supposed to be when we found out he was transferring over there. We was kind of like, okay, this will get him they adding somebody else, and he should be able to, do his thing over here. This would be a perfect fit for him the way his play style is. And I haven't seen a game where I've been impressed with him yet. So it's like I feel like they guards, like ain't no way Derrick Queen should have been the only one really putting up them numbers. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Come on,
But
ain't no way. And the guards are just out there. Like, look, I'm
Chris
here.
Johnson took 19 shots. He hit six. He took 19 shots, bro. He was
Come
six for
on,
19.
man. Come on, like it's unacceptable for the guards. You know what I'm saying? They guards gonna have to step up. But besides that, like I said, big props to Queen, and he literally carried them for that win. Like they was on his back. He had to do what he had to do because he beat a three-headed monster who was playing well. So you just got to give Queen his credit. I mean his credit, and I ain't got too much to say about that.
How do you feel about them using Cooper Flag? Because Cooper Flag was shot 50%. He was only
Man,
took 4 shots. He was 2 for 4, but then he had 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Like he had a steal, like he still impacted the game if you watched it, because I felt like he done a pretty good job on defense. I just think
facts.
Buzelis just was hitting shots. I feel like he's doing a good job on him. Buzelis just was hitting shots. But I feel like Cooper Flag has to be more involved on the offense because
Very. Bro, I really think they gotta find a way to let him get his bag off. They don't. I
yeah.
don't think they allow him to score. They just want him to take a couple shots and want him to do everything else around scoring. No, let him score. Ain't no
do
way.
you,
Come on, man. Derrick Queen had to do everything.
do you
They
think
got
that's
to.
because he's just a sophomore, or do you think that's just because they don't know how to use him?
I'm gonna say because when somebody who can do it all, you can't. Like you. I wouldn't say you like it's hard for them to use him because he do everything so well. I just think they ain't trying to give him everything because he's a sophomore. Because look at the sophomores we done seen that's in the NIBC. They don't really they play like they'll play like Isaiah Harwell. He
Mhm.
play, but like they don't give him too much of the, you know what I'm saying, the everything. He not the leader, so they don't let him do too much. It's like a couple people, or the sophomores or the freshmen who they get in the game and play crucial minutes, but they don't let them do too much in the offense. And it could be a little bit of both. Like Montverde probably just ain't trying to run stuff through him or just trying to use him how he really could be used yet. So I think it's probably a little bit of both. It could be a little bit of both.
Because honestly, I think he their best player, and for him to only take 4
Facts.
shots,
Come
it's just
on,
kind of
man.
like what's going on. Because I don't. He's a good shooter. He got a good midi. Like he can handle the rock a little bit. I feel like when that second unit come, I would like to see Flag play with McNeely, Kwame Evans,
Yeah.
and Sean Stewart because I feel like they play good together. But then when they on the court together, Cooper Flag, his offense gets unlocked a little bit more. Because I feel like
Yeah.
him and Sean Stewart got really good chemistry. I don't even know. Sean Stewart don't even seem like he's in the rotation like this.
Man. But I ain't gonna lie. When I be watching them games, when I do check out the Montverde games, bro, I probably see Sean Stewart like 4 times, and it be real quick. It don't even be like no, I'm seeing him a whole a whole quarter. It be real quick. I'm starting to think he battling an injury or something because I rarely see him.
He's played 17 minutes. He played
Damn.
17 minutes.
What was his
Kwame
stats?
Evans only played 10. Sean Stewart was 0 for 3 from the
I
field,
was say I
0
don't even
points,
remember him scoring.
1 block, and 2 rebounds. Like,
Yeah, he wasn't out there
ain't he
then.
like top 20? Ain't he like top 15 player?
Top 50, boy. I think he top. If I'm not mistaken, bro, probably top 10, top 13. You want to be
Let me
technical? Go look.
shut up.
I know they
Hey,
had Sean Stewart kind of in there. He was
but
kind of,
because
you know what I'm saying?
did he do anything in your head that made him lose minutes like this? Because he was starting when
Uh,
was
I ain't seen the last couple games I watched. Nah, I ain't see. Huh? When we posted. But yeah, I ain't seen nothing him do nothing crazy.
he's
Like
ranked
on some
7. That's crazy.
7.
Yes.
Wow,
Don't
he's
get
probably the
no
worst 7 I done seen.
don't get no burn.
Ain't
I
no
told you I
way.
don't like this class, Footy. Like I'm gonna scream that from the mountaintops. I don't like this class.
Yeah,
I think
this class after last year class, this is a big downgrade. Like I'm
terrible.
talking about, a lot of these players ain't really looking up to part. And I always come back to this. I always see why DJ won now. I always see it every time. You remember we used to be like, anybody else
Yeah,
can be one, and we give it to this person. But every
yeah.
time it come down to their class, it goes back to okay, I see why DJ won
He
because a
seemed like
lot
he
of
be the
these
only
dudes
one
are
going for 30. He seemed like he be the only dude going for 30 in big games and 25 here and there.
come
Like he
on,
seemed like he's
man.
the only
Like,
one that's like getting big numbers.
and when we watch everybody else, like when we watch Justin Edwards, we went to that game for Justin Edwards and
Yeah.
left a fan of the backcourt.
Yeah,
Like
no.
that's some of the crazy. Like, bro, and it's crazy when we talked about that. We had to give them credit because we like, man, Justin Edwards ain't got nobody because we ain't seen nobody. And we watched them. They actually got a solid team, and Justin Edwards is like the third option. And if
Yeah.
you rank how you ranked and you're not even the main guy, really, like, man, this
Hey,
class is,
he
man,
played pretty good against Columbus, but they sophomore.
yeah,
So
he
I
did,
guess
yeah, he
Collier
did.
he wasn't too much on them. But we'll move on to anything else you want to say about this game because I ain't gonna lie,
I think we touched everything.
it was pretty cut and dry, man. This was the Derrick Queen game. We gonna just call it
Oh yeah,
Derrick game.
the Derrick
Hey,
Queen game for sure.
Booz Ellis played good too. Scotty Middleton
Yeah,
did too, but
yeah,
they,
they did their part, but man, Derrick Queen just he beat them first of all, and he was
yeah.
did it by himself. So you just got to give him that game.